What's going on, my friend? And welcome to the Messenger Podcast with your host, Sam Colon. And today we have a very special topic that I think if you are an entrepreneur, you're going to appreciate. And today what we're going to be discussing is the 3 big mistakes that entrepreneurs make that stop them from creating the life of their dreams. Now, I know, Sam, there's only 3 mistakes? No, man, there's a whole bunch more mistakes. However, these 3 mistakes, I recognized them in my life. And I know that once I recognized them and I made the pivots, it changed a lot in my life, right? So therefore, I'm only going to speak upon these 3 from my perspective, from my point of view, and hopefully offer you a different point of view that will help you in your entrepreneurial journey to empower you and enrich you with the ability and the resources to create the life of your dreams. Right? So let's start off with numero uno, number 1. That number 1 is delayed gratification. Now, I know in the self-development world, I know in the coaching world, when it comes to entrepreneurship, that's one of the big things that they talk about, which is delayed gratification. Now, I bought into that. When I first got into my entrepreneur journey, I bought into it. Did it have its benefits? Yes. But those benefits were short-lived. And what happened was I kept that mindset for far too long. And I got to the point where I realized that delayed gratification was stealing my joy on my journey. Now, when did that happen? How did that happen? One of the major pieces was, I believe it was back in 2015. My wife, let's a little bit of a backstory here. So a friend of mine that, I headed up a ministry with, we called it actually the waiting room. It had to do with performing arts and how to use your gifts to serve God, right? And so in this partnership that I had in this ministry, my partner's wife, she got into an MLM company. And in this MLM company, it had to do with nutrition. The products that she was taking were working. Right. And so we're at one of the events and I see her walking by. I'm like, yo, Ray, what's going on? You got this glow going on. And she's like, well, I just finished this fast. I did this, I did that. So me and my wife right away, we're like, yo, whatever you're doing, we want parts. So we dived in. No, did the fast, did everything. A couple months in, I really liked the company. So they had these courses online. It was an assessment. Now, this assessment was a very powerful tool for self-realization. I didn't really realize it at the time. It was more something like, I'm doing this with my wife. I'll take the assessment. It was like $49. Let's do it. See how this can better me. And so took it. And as I'm answering the questions, I'm like, it's making my brain, it's making me think different, right? It's making me question all of my choices and how I'm deciding to take on this entrepreneur journey. And as I'm answering the question, when I finished, it gave me back, it spit me out the results. And it had me down to a T. Now, I'm not going to say the whole assessment, but the part that brought me to tears was, it talked about how goal-oriented I was. It talked about how I'm a go-getter and I jump from one goal to the next, and it doesn't matter when I put my mind on something, I'm going to do it. I'm like, check, right? And when it got to the next part, what it spoke about was, I do not appreciate my journey. Now, that was the first time, I just got chills. That was the first time that I ever even heard anybody talk about this entrepreneur thing that we do as entrepreneurs as a journey that should be appreciated. And so I'm reading it with an open mind and open heart. But what it started to do in that particular section started breaking down exactly the way I felt. And that was that it was a constant struggle Everything. Go, 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 go. Without no breaks. Head down. Just get it done, get it done, get it done. And I didn't take the time to actually see where I was. I didn't actually take the time to see the wins in my journey. I was just caught up in that goal. Now, when I got to particular goals, what we can call milestones, but they were bigger goals for me at the time, yes, I did feel a sense of accomplishment. It wasn't that I didn't, but it was short-lived. It was short-lived. Like the appreciation in my life is a practice that I've been doing for a very long time. So there was appreciation for life, but there wasn't appreciation for the journey. And so what was going on, I was at a point where I had resentment. Like I literally came into this field, what we call entrepreneurship, for a sense of freedom. And I felt like I had less freedom than I had when I was actually working. So I felt like, what is going on? What is this thing that I'm doing? So I was open to like listening to different perspectives. And this particular perspective was that I realized that I was so goal oriented that I did not take the time to appreciate every step of the way. I did not take the time to understand that this entrepreneurship journey that we're on is a part of our life journey. And if I'm putting all this energy into this entrepreneurship journey that we're on, and I'm not taking the time to actually appreciate it, then I am literally pushing life's beauty away until I get to this one thing that I said, that's what I want. And when I had fast forward into the future, even though I had these recognitions, I still was doing it. And it wasn't until I bought that house that I had on my vision board and I wrote down and I was wanting to manifesting. And I'm like, yeah, I want 6 bedrooms. I want 4 bathrooms. I want a pool. And I got it. And it wasn't, we were probably there a couple months. I'm sitting in the backyard and I'm having all this gratitude. I'm like, remember when we used to talk about that we're going to be sitting in the back, just chilling in the pool, whatever. And it was all there in that point in time. And I felt so much gratitude. But the next day, that gratitude was gone. And not only was it gone, I started to evaluate everything that it took me to get to that point. And the thought of like, oh snap, I still got bigger dreams. And it took me all of this to get to here. I don't know if I'm ready to do everything else to get to there. I don't even think I want it anymore, to be honest. And that was because I did not appreciate the journey. And even though I knew what I was doing in that moment in time, which was like 10 years earlier, it opened up a different perspective for me. I still was not practicing it. And that was evident when I had that realization. And so what am I saying to you that you can do differently moving forward? Appreciate your journey. Appreciate each step of the journey. It's good for you to understand delayed gratification from the perspective that delayed gratification prepares you for hardships, because now you're thinking like, I got to put up with all this crap during this time because I know at the end of this line, my reward is there. I get it. It serves a purpose. But guess what? In the interim, there is a lot of crap that you have to deal with. And if you're not self-rewarding yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, then what starts to happen is all that junk starts stacking up. And then by the time you get to that thing, that you get this reward that you thought was going to feel and be a certain way, and you realize that you only felt it for less than 24 hours, it's it's a downer. Put it like that. It's a downer. It just messes with your mind. It messes with your emotions. It messes with your motivation. So instead of in training and programming yourself to wait to this big shiny thing at the end to have appreciation, what I am saying is switch delayed gratification into progression gratification. Not delayed, progression. And every time you take steps towards creating that bigger dream that you see, celebrate. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate your efforts. Feel the gratitude from just this little bit, but this is where I was before, and this is where I am now. Feel the gratitude. Allow yourself to be like, yes. And when you have this realization, you see the power, you feel the power, and you know that this is actually rewiring, reprogramming you, and giving you a different sense of energy and filling you up with a different sense of ambition, then you're going to want to do it more. And my invitation is that you do it every day. To build the muscle memory, I would say do it twice a day. Do it in the morning and do it in the evening. In the morning, gratitude just to be alive. And the little things, whatever that may be. But then at the end of the day, you've now accomplished everything that you set out to do for that day. Allow yourself to feel that sense of reward. Because in your mind and in your heart, when you allow yourself to have that sense of reward, it lets out chemicals. We have a reward system inside of us, and it works with chemicals. And those chemicals that we let out within our mind and our body, those things, and within our brain and our body, those things, it gives you energy. Because when you're beating yourself up mentally with all the things running through your head and you're not giving you that sense of reward, that day you don't have energy to do shit. The next day you're not going to have energy to do shit. And if you're a very strong-willed individual, you'll power through. Have this coffee, let's have this matcha tea, let's pop these energies, whatever they may be. It doesn't matter. You're going to get it done no matter what. And that's cool. It's a beautiful type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Avatar to have when it's time to get shit done. But to live in that state, it's not cool. It's not good. Because you can only take but so much. And then your health is going to be affected. Not just are you emotionally affected, now your health gets affected. And when you're emotionally affected and your health is affected, people that you love and love you don't even want to be around you. You don't even want to be around your damn self. Because you get very annoyed, your energy is off, you're short with everybody. You now from there, because of the self-criticism, now you're criticizing everything and everyone else, all because you're allowing yourself not to reward every step of your journey when it comes to entrepreneurship. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask B, our producer, if he has any perspectives or anything that he wants to add to this or any questions. B, what do you think, brother?
It's interesting that last part, because that's kind of where I've been living. That push through, like it got to get done, so I'm just going to push through to get it done. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, it's not healthy. It works, but to what cost? You know what I mean? Like, is it going to cost that I come home and everybody's happy to see me, but because I'm so in the trenches of the grind, I can't even recognize it. I don't see it for face value. I see it as an annoyance. Like, who the hell am I to come home to love and that reverence of like dad's home, babe's home, and my energy is so what it is. It's like, why this ain't done? Why that ain't done? Who ain't do whatever? And it's not a good place to be in. It's just not
At all.
So it's like, as an entrepreneur, as a dad, as a husband, as a person that people care about, my firsthand experience is there is a time and a place for everything.
Indeed.
There's a time and a place for all of it. And when it's butted up like that all the time, then obviously the time and the places for the things that need to be where it needs to be, it's not there. That's why it's all buttoned up against whatever it's buttoned up against. So, hey, man, you speaking to the choir right now, because these are some of the big mistakes that I've made, that I make on my journey. And these are things that, as of recently, I've been called to task to examine. Like, for real. Like, dog, do you want to die early? So it's like, gain all the money and gain but then my health I can't even enjoy it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or gain the access and the relationships and the network, and I can't even do nothing with it because I don't have the energy, or I said the wrong thing at the wrong time to somebody, or everything that's supposed to be where it's supposed to be is just not. So I'm in real time working through this. And this was an on-time message for me personally. So
awesome. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for sharing, brother.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to move on to the next topic, right? So the next, number 2, is hustle and grind. That is everywhere in this culture, man. Like when it comes to the entrepreneur space, when it comes to, just be honest, like almost anything that feels of significance. It could be sports, like if you're an athlete. It could be at home, being a parent. Like hustle and grind is this trophy that is out there dangling for everybody so that people can feel that sense of accomplishment because they're hustling and grinding, right? Now, I know it sounds cool. I know it sounds really badass to be like, I'm hustling, grinding, I'm out here doing it. I get it. When I first got into the space, I thought that I needed to hustle and grind. And guess what? That's what I did. Did it help me to move the needle? Absolutely. 100% unequivocally a fact, yes, it did. Because when you hustle and grinding, you getting shit done. However, I can tell you this, that through the grace of God, I got a vision that it was not doing me any good to maintain this high level of hustle and grind. I got to the point where I was rattling off random numbers like I'm freaking Rain Man while I'm driving. Like it was bananas. I was talking in my sleep. I would be going on walks to clear my head, and I'm just like rambling stuff that needed to get out. Right? It was just, it wasn't good. Not only that, I also was suffering from stomach issues. I was having back issues. I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur. I run around all day looking at houses, making deals in the meetings. Why is my back hurting? Made no sense. My body was breaking down from the amount of stress that I was pushing my body through. And because of the whole hustle and grind thing that I saw, because it wasn't just that I saw and I didn't implement. No, I saw it and I did it and it worked. So like when you see something and do it and it actually works, you think that that's the holy grail. Like that's the only way I'm going to do it. And again, just like before, there's always a time and a place for something, but you cannot maintain a lifestyle around hustle and grind. So what I want to do is offer you a different perspective of hustle and grind. And instead of hustle and grind, I want you to consider 2 different words into your program, into your speech. Right? Strategy and execution. Strategy and execution. Right? Let's take out hustle. Let's put in strategy. Let's take out grind and let's put in execution. These are powerful words that if you understand them, you will change everything in your reality. Not just how you do business, but everything. Because now you're going to take the time because you understand there's a better way of you doing things. I don't have to be out here trying to hustle and do it all. And I got to be out here grinding because that's what we got to do to make it happen. That is a lie. I invite you to sit down when it comes to that hustle part, right? What is it that I'm going to do to create this hustle, to get this thing that I'm looking to bring into my life? And instead of using the word hustle, let's use the word strategize, strategy. Let's find a strategy of what it is I want to accomplish, how it is I want to accomplish it, and when it is that I want to accomplish it. Once I know these things, now I can sit down and say, okay, It's time to play. It's time to play, big boy. It's time for us to start executing. We're not grinding out here. We ain't a grinder. No, we're executors. We come out here and we pick them all. Pow. Next. Pow. Next. Pow. We're executing. We ain't out here grinding because grinding will grind you down to the ground. We don't want that. We're not going to be out here hustling and doing all this thing to create a life that we say that we want and we can't even enjoy it because we just grounded ourselves to the ground. So, again, I invite you. Let's switch those words up. Let's do hustle. Let's change hustle to strategy, and let's change grind to execute. All right? Now, let's go a little bit deeper into that. Into the hustle and grind. Because hustle and grind, to me, goes in hand with work hard. Another lie. And I'm not using this as item number 3. We're still on item number 2. We're still on the big mistakes, right? Mistake number 2. The mistake number 2 is the whole false thing when it comes to hustle and grind. But right along with that, the cousin, the sister, the brother, however you want to look at it, is hard work. And people think that hard work is the only way that you're going to. That's a lie. That's a lie. And I was about to drop an F-bomb because it's one of them that got me. It did me dirty, thinking that was the way to live life. Work hard. It is a lie. Working hard and getting hard work done are two different things. Right? So I remember when I was younger, my dad would have us doing all types of stuff, right? Yeah, we were like his helpers for everything, right? Now, it's supposed to be me and my little brother, but because I was the oldest, I wound up doing everything myself. And while we're working and we're doing stuff, whatever, I would get upset. I'm like, yo, Pops, P ain't doing nothing. And then I still remember, he would, and it happened several times. But I remember that he said to me, stop trying to work harder and work smarter. Like, the reason why you're complaining is because you're working hard to get this done while your brother's just doing a little bit of work. How about you come up with a way that you can get it done easier and you can give your brother the instructions that's going to be easier for him. He's going to want to do it. So instead of working harder, work smarter. Now, these are little things that, you have in your mindset as you're evolving as a person. But then later on in life, you start to see it a little bit different, right? And for me, what it was is I had the realization that it's not about working hard. It's having the understanding that in the entrepreneur journey, there are going to be hard things that you need to do. Now, in order for you to accomplish that hard thing, it does not mean that you need to work hard to do it. I hope you're getting this, because this is going to flip your brain around upside down, and it's going to really have you look at things differently. Just because you have to do hard things in entrepreneurship, it does not mean that you need to work hard. Right? I'm going to give you an example. One of the things that we're working on, I have several businesses, but one of my main business is real estate. And then one of the things that we're working on is ramping up our website, right? Making our website the number one website in New Jersey. Not number 2, not number 3, not number 5, because our website fluctuates. I want to be number 1. That's the goal. Whatever we got to do. And right now, one of the strategies is SEO, search engine optimization. Now, I'm not an expert in that. Now, I've done a little researching and stuff in the beginning. I've done a little something here and there, but I know that's not for me, and I don't know how to do it. To be quite honest, it's hard work. It's hard to do, right? Now, in this entrepreneur journey, I know that hard thing has to get done. Now, do I have to work hard in order to do it? I don't. And I thank God that I'm in a position where I can hire somebody to do it. And I'm pretty sure that if you in your entrepreneur journey, I know a lot of times it's well, I don't got money to hire nobody. Yes, you do. It doesn't have to be somebody that you have working for you full time. There's plenty of things. There's this thing called Upwork. You can go on there and you can hire people per project, right? So what I'm trying to share with you, the perspective of like, yes, search engine optimization projects it is a hard job. But it doesn't mean that I need to do that hard job. No, I outsourced it. I got someone else to do it. Now, just understanding that this hard thing that I need to accomplish in my entrepreneur journey does not need to be hard work for me. Right? So, hope this is all making sense. B, you want anything that you want to chime in here before we move on to item number 3?
I mean, I'll be honest. I've fallen into that trap where working hard, hustle and grind, all of those operative words have been the way of life, like to a fault. I stopped believing a lie. I say maybe 7, 8 years ago. I had the realization that most of the people who say hustle and grind, if the bottom falls out, those aren't the people that's going to help you get back on. They're going to look at you like, nah, you got to hustle harder. You're supposed to go harder. Yeah, I know you homeless, but look at Tyler Perry, right?
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I stopped believing that lie. I'm still in the work hard space or learning how to not work as hard because you're right. It doesn't require hard things don't necessarily require hard work. It actually requires more of the less hard work because I feel like you can't meet both things at the same level. Like if I'm working hard on a hard thing, where does the ease of it come in? Where does the flow of it come in? It don't really leave room for it. And the work hard, it make you hard. Like it makes you, I mean, you just, I'm out here getting it. And it just never felt good to me. That had me feeling like as an entrepreneur, if I wasn't doing everything 100% through my business, that I was failing. Right?
That's such a good one.
If I wasn't able to pull myself up by my bootstrap, oh, you need a job too? Nah, you ain't really hustling. You're not really grinding. Grinding, quit your job. You know what I'm saying? Start a business today, get $1 million loan tomorrow type. And I'm so glad that you're bringing this topic to light, especially for a lot of entrepreneurs who've been sold a lie, believing that this hustle culture is what it is. Because what happens to the times when you have to plan? That's not hard work. Planning is not hard work. Planning is like you said, strategy is not hard work. It's thinking. It takes the capacity of your mind to expand, but there's nothing hard about thinking about how to sow the seed. There's nothing hard about it. There's no grind to it. It's like, it's supposed to be smooth. Like, you know what I mean? A little bit of ease in there. Like where's the duality? Like, where is it? Is it work hard on everything, no matter what it is? Or is it ushering some level of calm to kind of help balance it out? Just a little bit. So it's interesting that we're all sold the lie in entrepreneurship, that in order to get it, you got to grind for it. And in order to have it, you got to work hard for it. And in order to keep it, you got to keep the hustle. And yeah, I'm glad you're letting it be known that these things are detrimental to your health, not just mentally, but spiritually, emotionally. And working hard all the time, none of us have the capacity to do it 100% of the time. So at some point when it fizzles out, if you are not mentally tough or spiritually tough or whatever it is, I feel like that's where people fall. That's what self-deletion.
100%.
That's where you feel like inadequate because you can't meet this standard that somebody else created. Like somebody else created this standard. We all get sold to it. And then when we can't meet it, we wonder why we stressed out. We wonder why things aren't working the way that we thought it was going to work. And Yeah, man. Coming up with a way to circumvent what that looks like is been a game changer. For real.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. There's two things that came up while you were sharing, and one of them is what it is that you are saying that you are is what you be, and that is what you attract. So what I'm saying is, if you say that everything is hustle and grind and hard work, your reflection in your entrepreneur journey is going to be hustle and grind and hard work.
Say that.
And that right there, just that piece right there, my friend, if you understand as within, so without, as above, so below, when you internalize the fact that you need to hustle and grind and work hard, that is what you will see. That is what you will create. So why not switch that up? What are we gonna switch that up with, Sam? What's the word that we can switch that up with? I gave it to you before. Strategy and execution. That's it. So now, what you're doing to yourself in your program, you are empowering yourself to use the power of your mind to take something that everybody's saying is hard and make it simple, because you are creating a strategy. Not only that, you're not somebody out here grinding and working hard. Nah, man, I'm an executionist. I am the excellence of execution, like Bret Hart used to say. And when you embody yourself with that coding, when tasks come up, you will have no problem with getting it done, because you are the excellence of execution. Hope that makes sense to you. Now, moving on. Let's go to the last one. And this one, I left it last on purpose, which I'm going to be honest with you, it should be the first one. But I left it last because I wanted you to stay to the end of the video, right? But now, all jokes aside, because it's the most important to me. Just because it's the last, it doesn't mean that it's the least important. And the last thing is, drum roll, read, please. It's your relationship with God. That's the last one for me, right? Well, what I'm saying to you though is the most important, right? And I'm not sitting here trying to preach to you and tell you what to believe in or whatever. If you don't believe in the word God, you believe in source, that's cool. If for you is Allah, that's cool. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. What I'm saying is a relationship and understanding that you have a relationship with the source of everything. And you start to build that relationship where you start to see the fruits of that in your life because you have a relationship. It is empowering. Because in your entrepreneurship journey, in life in general, you're going to sometimes have to eat a crab sandwich, right? That's just the way it goes. Through those crab sandwiches, through those difficult times in life, you learn and you grow. However, sometimes those circumstances, those situations that you're learning and growing from, they will beat you down to the ground. And when you don't have a relationship with God, again, from my experience and my beliefs and what I've been through, you feel alone. There's nothing your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your children, even your wife, even you to yourself can say that'll help you get off the ground. And then when you do get off that ground, it's nothing but will, and you're like, trying to. I've done it, and it's possible, but I'm telling you there's a better way. What's the better way? Having a relationship with the Creator. Having a relationship with the source of all creation. When you start to build that creation, and you know Because when you start building that relationship, just like dating or just like having a relationship with somebody else or building a relationship with somebody, when those people start proving it back to you because you're actually inviting those things into the life, you start to gain confidence and be like, oh, snap. The creator of all things hears me, is listening, is helping me. I see it. I'm literally working this relationship and it's happening. And when you can embody that you know that you're divinely guided, that the creator of all things got your back. And if the creator of all things is with you, then what can stand against you? Listen, your life will change. Everything. I'm getting emotional right now because I know what it did for me. Whew. Excuse me. It's an emotional thing because I know what it did for me. I know that my relationship with God has changed me and transformed me in ways that I can't even explain to you. The learnings and the teachings, just because I surrendered. The guidance, the confidence in myself, because I know that I'm divinely guided. I know that no matter what is going on in my life, it's for my betterment. Why? Because I know. And how do I know? Because my relationship with Source, with God, with the creator of all things, I know. I don't need a religion to tell me. I don't need anybody to tell me. I've built that relationship one conversation at a time, one prayer at a time, one plea at a time, and now one gratitude at a time. Because when I pray now, I'm not begging. The fuck? I don't need to beg. The creator of all things, I am made in that image. Why do I need to beg? My experiences in life shows me that God is with me. So why do I need to beg? I don't. So what I do when I pray is I pray in gratitude. I don't pray, can you please help me? No, I give thanks. Thank you for giving me the eyes to see. Thank you for giving me the ears to hear what's important. Thank you for giving me the mind of understanding and understanding. Thank you for giving me the heart of compassion. Thank you for instilling the wisdom in me to be able to create and manifest my highest expression to serve the highest and best of all. Thank you. Very simple, but very powerful. Because the more that you build that relationship, I am telling you this because I live it. The more that you allow yourself to trust your relationship with God, the more that you will be able to accomplish. Period. You will no longer now, and let me not say no longer, because that would be a lie. Because there are still times where I get caught up in my ego and I'm thinking I could do this, I could do that, I got this. And sure enough, I get my ass handed to me, and then I'm like, hey, big guy, I forgot about But the point is that it still happens. There's a part of your refinement that this is going to happen. And don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as these are the impurities that God is bringing into your attention, that it's time and that you're ready to change and learn from. Simple. So these things will come up. But when your main way of being is having that relationship with the Creator, it's a game changer. Those feelings that you have of feeling lost, like, I want to do all this, I don't even know what to do. Gone. I feel buried, but I don't know what to do. Gone. Because the moment that you earnestly are seeking that relationship, instantly everything is going to change. The things that you like, I don't know what to do, you're gonna get the guidance. Somebody's going to pop up out of nowhere. You're going to get a dream. You're going to get this intuitive pull. Things are going to start falling together, but it only comes from your sense of knowing and that one-on-one immersion. In the Bible, it talks about, Jesus said, I and the Father are one. And this saying, I'm inviting you to understand that you are made in the image and the likeness of the Creator. And understanding that there's a sense of oneness there. Navigate that. Navigate your relationship with God. And again, this doesn't matter your religion. If you're a Christian, obviously you're going to have the better relationship with Yeshua, what people call Jesus. But if you are into the Quran, right? If you are into the Kabbalah, if you are into whatever it is, whatever religion that you're practicing, what I am saying is, you personally build your personal relationship with God. If you want to go to church, you want to go to your temples, whatever it is, go do that. Still, take the time for you to build your personal relationship with God. You, personally. Nobody needs to tell you what to do and how to do it. All you need to do is earnestly search and ask. And it's going to come to you. You don't need a church to tell you that. You don't need a temple. You don't need a priest. You don't need a rabbi. You don't need nobody to tell you that. I'm telling you. Sam, telling you. You don't need nobody's permission. You can go and get your own relationship with God. All you need to do is earnestly search. And I tell you that when you do that and that connection happens, that you actually embody that, the feeling of feeling lost and not knowing where you're going, what to do, and this and that is going to go. And even at times when it comes up, like you get that feeling like, I'm not sure exactly what to do anymore, that relationship is going to expose something for you. And it's going to expose it in a way like, it's not like, oh, I'm lost anymore. No, now you understand that anything that's happening for you is for your betterment, is for your growth, and it's put there by God, for you. I hope this makes sense, my friends. But yes, I know I got a little emotional. I'm sorry. I feel a little better. It got a little overwhelming. Because I know what it's done for me. And as I'm talking with you, I feel God's presence all around me and within me. And it's a beautiful feeling that I would invite you to invite into your life. Hey, B, you wanna share something, brother?
I'll be honest. I'm in a space where I'm relearning what my relationship with God is. Growing up under the guise of Islam and Christianity and Buddhism and all of that, ultimately being or practicing Christianity has put me in a space where I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like what I've been taught.
I just want to throw this in here.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful that you don't know. But go ahead.
And what I feel like what I've been taught has been bastardized so much. Separating fact from fiction. That's where I've been at. I can remember, I think I told you maybe last year sometime, I was taking a shower and I'm like, God, I want a relationship with you. I don't even know what to call you. You know what I mean? Because learning history and learning the history of how religion has been divvied out, I feel like the journey has to be my own. Like, it has to be my own discovery. It has to be my own thing, my own relationship, and not what, my mom or my grandparents or anybody else has taught me that this is what the relationship should be, So the space I'm in is I give thanks. I give gratitude, and that's where I started. I started with a gratitude journey, just being thankful. Just thankful the fact that I can breathe. Thankful for the fact that I can see. Thankful for the fact that I can provide for my family. Thankful for the fact that I don't need no assistance to get up out of bed, to start my day, to do anything in my life. So that has been like the game changer into what this new phase of who God is and what God is to me. So I'm glad that you, again, bought the perspective that building a relationship with God, building a relationship with Source is important, because the things that we task ourselves with as entrepreneurs, they're not just for us per se. A lot of these things come from places of pain.
Yes.
That's just what it is. And in order to be a servant in that space, you got to rely on something that's a little bit bigger than your own energy. And I'm learning how to do that. So thank you.
Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, man. I know you guys felt that. You guys felt his sincerity. I know you guys felt my sincerity. Like, this thing that we call God, right? This, and I don't mean it disrespectfully. I'm just saying that people call it God. People call it universe. People, whatever it is that you're calling it, right? Because it's true. Like, there's so many things that we call God, but nobody even knows the true name of God. There's no word for what God is. So I like to say, I like using the word God because that's what people understand. But the way I see it and feel it is the source of all, right? The source that is everything and nothing at the same time.
Facts.
Like, and if you can just allow yourself to navigate that for yourself, it's okay to navigate that for yourself. It's okay for you to question what it is that you think you were told is the truth. It's okay. You're not going to go to hell, despite what anybody's saying. You are not going to go to hell because you are trying to have a genuine, not a religious relationship, a genuine relationship with God. What God would that be? That you are actually asking questions because you want to have a relationship with God, and God's going to send you to hell. No, come on.
You're going to hell.
No, like, so please allow yourself the space to navigate your relationship with God for you and God, and that's it. Not for your kids, not for your wife, not for your husband, not for the pastor, not for the priest, not for the rabbi, not for the witch doctor, not for the shaman, for nobody but for you and for God. And I'm going to tell you, your life, just for having that curiosity and earnestly seeking that relationship with God, that your life is going to change in ways that you're going to, and the empowerment that you're going to feel is going to be amazing. So, my friends, recapping 3 biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make that stops them from creating the life of their dreams. Number 1, believing in delayed gratification. Number 2, the belief of hustle, grind, hard work. And number 3, your lack of relationship with God. Those 3 things, if you correct them and you pivot from them, and you just take my suggestions just as a test, just test it out. I can tell you from my personal experience and the experiences of many others that I've helped, that your life is going to change. That you, the being that you are right now, you're going to truly see who you are. Let's put it like that. All right, my friends. So sending you so much love to you and all your loved ones, and remembering, until next time, that I am me. I am you. You are me. and we